A father from Surrey is appealing through the Turkish courts for the case involving the death of his son to be reopened. Andrew Smyth was found dead on holiday in 2010 after the last of his money was withdrawn from a cash machine. His father has fought a long legal battle at his own expense to get justice for his son, who he believes was murdered. Here's our Home Affairs correspondent Emma Vardy.
His body was found in a forest, some miles away from the nightclub he'd been at in Seaday. Andrew Smyth was seen on CCTV leaving the club that night. His family believe he was followed. Later, Andrew was seen making 3 withdrawals at a cash point while 2 men stood over him. The Turkish authorities originally treated Andrew's death as a murder, but then told his father it was a heroin overdose.
I'm convinced Andrew was murdered. I'm convinced when he left the club he was abducted, driven to 2 cash points, forced to withdraw his money and hand it over. His shoes were heavily scuffed, suggesting he'd been dragged. His knuckles were heavily grazed, suggesting he'd put up defence.
Andrew's father paid for his own pathologist to produce a report. The findings strongly contradicted that of the Turkish authorities, saying the conclusion this was a heroin death was unfounded.
I've lost my only child. And not only have I lost my child, I've not been able to grieve properly. I've got no closure on it.
Earlier this year, a coroner in Surrey recorded an open verdict, saying he understood the family's suspicions but could take the case no further. Andrew's father and his wife have made a number of trips back to Turkey themselves and now have the support of Foreign Secretary Philip Hammond, who is asking the Turkish authorities to reinvestigate the case.
If it happened in this country, you feel, you can ask questions, but there you really are at their mercy. And so it's very, very difficult.
Andrew's father believes he has been blocked from finding out the truth, but says he will continue to fight.
He's my only child, and I was very proud of him. And we can't allow this. We can't allow these countries to do it. We've got to stand up and fight and say, you're not getting away with this. So that's why I'm carrying on. And I will never give up.
Andrew's father ending that report.